Spiritually. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about religion, but for some of you, that's what spiritually means. It means being able to feel settled and centered. Do you know what I mean by that? Right? You know when there's turmoil going on, right? And a lot of turmoil that we experience is around money, right? So for harmonious wealth, and don't worry, oh, sorry, Douglas, I don't want to break your computer. And so for harmonious wealth, with all of that greatness that is at your feet with the power of the internet, you must also understand that there's something about you that's going to grow. And as you grow spiritually, so too do you physically and also financially. Good news? Yeah. Oh, great news. Relationshiply. I might have just invented a new word. Yeah. I was trying to do the lees. You know, it's what I was saying about whatever type of relationships matter to you. In your process of wealth, you need to have the ability to be with and attract the people that you want around you. And you know what? As you attract more and more of those people that you want around you, you know the sort of people you want around you, right? And guess what happens? As more and more of those people are attracted to you, you elevate in your own wealth. You may not even notice it at the time, but over the course of this weekend, you're surrounded by people who want to elevate themselves as well, and you will be feeding off each other. And the relationships that you form are part of your wealth consciousness. Isn't it nice when you go into a room and you're welcomed? Right? That raises your wealth consciousness. It actually has a direct relationship on you spiritually, physically, and financially. Because the more that you can emanate something we call energy with relationships with people, the more wealth abundance will come your way. So again, as you're learning all of this process, your wealth consciousness on a relationship level will directly impact on what it's like when you get to the other end. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, emotionally. It's good to wake up and feel good. I remember when I was in dire financial state, and at one point the bank was chasing me for money I owed them because I traded and lost a bucket load of money on the share market. And when that happens, the banks are the stockbrokers, whoever you loan through, if you do margins like I did, they are very, very unforgiving, not at all wealth conscious, right? They've got a box to tick, and that is that you paid the debt. And they hound you. And the more and more of that comes your way or that you attract, the more impact it has on your harmonious wealth state of being. And emotionally, everything that happens to you will impact on the experience of harmonious wealth. So understanding that your emotional state will have a direct impact on what you can achieve through what's possible now that from what you've already seen from the power of the internet, where you end up and how you end up when you're standing in this position will be a direct result of what happens and how you are emotionally as well. Are you with me? Yes. Fantastic. Because as I said a couple of times through that, there's no point in being here and only being rich. Now, mind you, I'd rather be rich and sad than poor and sad. Right? Poor and sad really sucks. But rich and sad is a lonely place. It really is. And so what you want to be aware of is that we're talking about harmonious wealth. And on our journey, and we are going to talk about this more on Sunday as well, Paul and I are going to share some of the personal struggles that we've been through as a couple. Because whether you're single right now or you're with a couple, you are going to have clashes. Who might know what I'm talking about? Right? And those clashes are part of the natural process of growth. So in a way, they're a good sign. But what you need to be is equipped with the ability to develop and move on from those issues, right? And it's important because a wealth consciousness is about being able to turn whatever and however things are operating in those 5 main areas in your life into what you really want them to be. Now, of course, we are going to focus on the financial element because we're talking about the vehicle primarily this weekend. Do you like that we blend in the mindset and the life stuff as well? Okay, so we should continue to do that? Alrighty, because it's damn boring talking about steps, let me tell you, right? Steps is something you can learn anytime. But if we can take the steps and develop them into something that's not only meaningful financially, but as a harmonious way of living, then we have had an impact on the rest of the planet in a way that we will get to 70 and say, not I wish, but I'm sure glad I did.